So I did receive a good piece of advice. This is also the second time I'm recording this video. The last run was pretty interesting, but unfortunately you'll never see it. So instead I'm doing a Toshiaki run. I have to repeat what I said earlier because it is kind of important. But at least hitting quick play to randomize the run, we got Toshiaki anyway. So Katak, World of Horror, all perks. So that's not going to work because I want character-specific perks. So without further ado, yeah, if I fail this run, then I'll take the piece of advice given to me. Usually you would try to do this run. If you don't have Toshiaki, you would do this run with Ayaka or Haru. But I'm here doing it with Toshiaki because I'm trying to survive as well. So there's nothing much else to say. I'm trying to survive as well. So on a Katak run, we don't get to run, but that won't be a problem as we get into Katak, World of Horror character exclusive Toshiaki. Although, since we need the Doom to rest, that could interrupt us a little bit. It's far better than Knight Errant, that's for sure. But Takushi-san, second encounter, dexterity, knowledge, strength, and maybe every single stat check. But definitely the second encounter, and definitely Takushi-san. So I think we can do a thing, because in my last recording, I was reminded that you have to cast Rage before an encounter, otherwise it doesn't count. And yeah, that was a learning experience. Or it was a reminder. But Ghostly Spear will help as well. We don't need all the max stamina, but yeah, it's the Doom I'm more worried about. So, as we get into our mysteries here, Scissors, I almost said something else, School or something like that, I don't know. Scissors, Bullet, and Flood, Nails, and Arms. So we do have Arms. Fourth, most likely, because I usually like to think, well, I mean, I could try to take Scissors fourth, but I don't feel like that's the best option. So we're going to take Nails now, and we use the handcuffs now as well, so that's going to be that. Now, the one thing I will say, that on Knight Errant, you get another book source, so that does save a cast, 2 casts of Rage, if you're going to do it like that, but it's not the worst thing in the world as well, as we go into this, and we need a weapon. we need a weapon, straight up. The other thing about Ayaka and or Haru, again, I think there's a third character, but I'm still forgetting it, is that, well, let me see. No, we don't have random item stats, so we're literally sitting here until the army knife. That's not the best, but we'll have to make do. And let me do my threat levels really quickly. School, yeah, we have Scissors. What is this? We have, no, I'm thinking of Arms. But either way, we have more school investigations, usually. Especially with Scissors in our run. So, let's get going. Yeah, so with Ayaka and Haru, the problem is, if you're doing a challenge like again, keep in mind, these are all self-imposed limitations, like not rerolling mysteries, trying to survive while unlocking the achievement, so on and so forth. But on an unlucky run, so to say, with these limitations, if you have, say, Yogata Knight Errant, it becomes a little bit harder. Ayaka, it doesn't become as hard, and Haru, thankfully, also has fun with encounters most of the time as well. But usually the openers or the strats that would require you to get 10 damage are take about 20 to 30% Doom minimum, usually. If you get lucky, they can be a lot less, but that, again, it depends on your luck. Even if we're just including things like, Fujiko, Itotu, if you have Itotu instead of Yogatag, if you get, not Ancestral Strength. Ancestral Strength? I think it's Ancestral Strength. But you get what I mean. If you get damage increases, then there's less on you. Now, Ayaka gets Blood Mania. I almost said Blood Drain. Blood Mania, but that's, again, another point. And she is easier than Haru to do in that regard, but again, if you get Yogata Knight Errant and you get some bad mystery combinations, not that wouldn't be hard for Toshiaki as either, but in Toshiaki's place, he at least has the Doom to work with. Whereas if you get a run like that with most, if not every other base character, you're probably gonna have a bad time. So, do I just want to punch this guy twice? I think I do. Can we even do that? Not guaranteed, but we might as well, because we're taking less stamina damage usually anyway. But that's my whole thing. But again, if I fail this Toshiaki run, and not just fail the video, then I will do an Ayaka run next. Oh my goodness! Okay, good. I almost missed that. Because here, it's not like there's not RNG here anyway. I'm hoping for Rage, and I'm hoping for Fatat's Flash optimally. Minimum Rage, but there's also the, at the very beginning, if I'm randomizing or throwing RNG into the mix with trying to get a weapon, I could have just taken School, granted, but we didn't. We are on timeline A, but since we have the army knife, we're just gonna do triangle reflection. That's how I remember. I just called them two phrases, and there you go. But yeah, the biggest RNG here is hoping we get Rage and Thought Flash, but minimum Rage. That's not the most RNG thing, but usually you want to get Thought Flash in your run just straight up. That way you don't have to worry about Doom at all. But in the meanwhile here, I mean, we could choose to run. Wait, no, we're on Kathak, right? Yeah, we're on Kathak, so we can't run. Can we brace, by the way? Can we brace now? I don't think we can, right? We didn't even level up yet, so... We're gambling on RNG, but the moment we hit this, we can prep attack, so... We get bonus damage as well. I didn't even know we did that. I always think the Wooden Bat gets bonus damage on all Scissors encounters, because that's just how it's... Scissor Lady, I mean, it's the Scissor Lady, really. She takes bonus damage from blunt sources. Oh my goodness, my body. I was petting dogs earlier as well. I mean, while I failed a video, I might as well have taken care of real-life stuff, including dog stuff. But I'll talk about more of about that in a moment. But yeah, bonus damage here I don't often remember. I think Maru also takes blunt bonus damage. But hey, we can brace here for what though? I don't think the power 26, 54. I am gonna throw the Wooden Bat anyway. So you know what? We just need to hit one of these. If we don't hit any of these, I'm just gonna be really sad, because then we should have just done a thing. But thankfully we hit one. 50%-ish, so yeah, we're out. I almost thought I was on Knight Errant for a moment, but it's perfectly fine. Again, bonus damage is something I should probably remember. That would be my next tutorial series of sorts, but I think if I were to get back into making guides, along with just custom content in general, I would want to do things on custom stuff. We have a whole bunch here. I would have taken Rage first. I would have taken Rage first, let me not stutter there. But no, we saw Thought Flash and there was no Rage, so here's hoping level 3 gives us Rage, because once we do, we're pretty much home free if I don't make any weird mistakes like not casting Rage before an encounter, but hey, that's on me to figure out. As for dogs though, yes, I do need to, well, I do need to take care of dog hygiene much more regularly. That is a self-reminder to myself. This is not just one thing, it's a mix of many things, like grooming, cleaning dog stuff, and yeah, not too much because we thankfully I do it enough to, oh my god, can I not miss, by the way? Hold on. But definitely grooming is a very interesting thing to do for dogs. Not anything fancy, just brushing the fur, making sure that they don't have any excess fur, which I have not taken care of for a while, so there's a lot of excess fur. But yeah, especially in the summer right here, because of where I live in America, most states are going to be very, very hot. But either way, on a if the day is like 60 to 70 degrees or higher, depending on the dog type, obviously they're usually a lot warmer than you would feel as a human being, because human beings do not have fur. Do I want to go for this researcher, by the way? I'm gonna go for it. Please don't tell me I die for this, by the way. Well, we get to rest 3 times. Is that worth it though? 1 damage researcher? I guess we're gonna find out. We can rest 3 times, right? But then we have to go? Yeah. So we lost 1 or 2 rests, but maybe it's for the best. We're about to find out. Maybe not. We can Ghostly Spear, but we might not want to use it. We might want to do it for arms instead. However, if this puts me in range, if this puts me in range of Desperate Prep, I don't think I can do this, can I? There would be some RNG involved. In fact, I don't even get one. No, I do. I actually do. Never mind, I don't. No, yeah, I do. But I have to gamble on a 50%. Literally 50%. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. So maybe I could have kicked instead, but I'm still not going to take the gamble. It's either literally live or die. So Rage would be appreciated here. Otherwise, I have to reroll. Wow, I got generic perks. So we're just going to sit here until we get Rage, pretty much. Okay, good. I mean, it took 3 rerolls, but still. So we're effectively at 11% Doom right now, plus any Thought Flash, so actually lower than that. And because we're not on Knight Errant, I don't have to worry as much anymore about things, but I don't know what timeline I'm on. I don't think even completing the side quest lets you know what timeline you're on until the end. However, there is an event, and actually no, that's not true, because I think I've tested it out. I feel 80, no, I'll go lower, because I'm not that sure. 70% sure that even if you run into the certain artist event in the apartments here, it's not an indicator of your timeline for better or worse, because, well, actually for worse, because I thought, too, when someone presented it to me, I was like, oh, that's it, you know, that would make sense. But at the same time, I tried it out. Well, I was on I swear I've been at least, and I have it on video format. There are examples of me running into both events, or the same event, and getting 2 timelines. So if I'm not right, please let me know. Otherwise, yeah, we're on Katak, that's right. I was about to run, I was like, oh wait, I can't. Katak. Because I don't want to gamble it here while I'm sitting pretty, kind of pretty. Yeah. We'll make do with what we've got. However, bracing here is, yeah. I think we need to cast Ghostly Spear at some point here. I might even want to handcuff this. Oh wait, no, we already handcuffed. Oops. Definitely want to, yeah, I'm definitely going to Ghostly Spear though. We can't afford to take so much damage here. Now, I do have to gamble if I want to do this, unless I have something to throw, which I don't. 70%. Okay, good. That's probably the only risk I'm really willing to take. If it's like, well, 80 is even much. If it's 90 or 95%, I'll probably take a risk there still too, but... Hey, and while I'm here, I should be resting, by the way, because we're on Katak. Katak and Goizo, as I've mentioned before, are kind of 2 sides of the same coin, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I just said that because it sounds cool, but you get what I mean. We're on Timeline A, by the way, but you get the point. If we're on Katak, then you want to rest, because you might as well use that Doom for resting as opposed to dying, or just losing a bunch of HP anyway, and then dying to an event right after. And then in Goizo, you get to run, so while resting costs more Doom, you can just run. So, obviously, there's a little bit more than that. The gods have their own events and whatnot, which can interfere with things, so... But it only helps, like, I was thinking of Bitten right now. So, Bitten lowers your stats if you use Dexterity or a Perception weapon, in my case with Army Knife. You essentially can get hurt if the loss in stats results in you not being able to guarantee an attack, and therefore you miss. Just not allowing you to do certain things in general, like prep attack here. And yeah, that's that would not be good, so even more reason to rest before an encounter. Because if you have to take extra damage, that's not great. We just want to go all out here, probably. I don't want to take another gamble. Actually, you know what? I might want to Ghostly Spear this. We do 6 damage, right? Yeah, 6 damage. 11. It's not enough. We still have to actually take this damage. Well, that's fine for the moment. I mean, I could do this. 80%. 80% to 80%. Oh, that's so much. I'm going to do it, though. I'm not going to die from this, so I don't mind for the moment, but 64%. I knew better. But I just thought... So what I said earlier, I mean, I didn't need to do it, but I just wanted to prove the point. Also, we're in Bulletin right now, right? So, oops. But the important part is, yeah, we're dealing with a lot of pain here. We have Takshisan as well, right? Yeah, we do have Takshisan, so I should be able to do a thing. We'll trade off Reason if we round. No, we trade. No. We need the Doom. Actually. So, yeah, this is quite unfortunate. We still get guaranteed attacks, even if we lose a point of perception here, but if we want to prep attack, we will no longer be able to do that soon, so... Hey, by the way, Little Nightmares 3 is coming out. That's kind of random for me to say at the moment, but... You know what? I've actually never played any of the Little Nightmares. I think I played... If I did, I played it on PlayStation 5, or PlayStation 4, one of the two. Doesn't really matter because they both. I mean, I think they both perform pretty well. However, I will admit, I think someone mentioned this one, so I do see it, that you get better frame rates on PC. But I mean, that's just a general, true statement. But while we're here, let's actually Fadot Flash. I need to also do some math right now, so let me actually think, because we need to cast Rage 8 times, so our Doom is going to increase by 48, so we're effectively at 71% Doom right now, when we still can't run from encounters. Nice of the game to give me these all at the end here, but we'll deal with it. In fact, I might just want to do this. We can guarantee 1, but I would rather guarantee the strong here. That's the important point. I keep saying salient. I don't know if that's really the word I want to use, but... We do want to. We either want to brace or we want a ghostly spear. I think I'd rather ghostly spear just to try and save on resources. Otherwise, I feel like there was a guarantee here somewhere, but I forgot. So, while we are not guaranteed to run into an encounter, as I mentioned here, we will actually trade off Doom. We can not flash again, but we'll wait. Actually, we'll rest now. So we're about like at 75% Doom, 72%. So we should still be fine for the moment, is what I'm trying to say. But the moment we're not, as we keep... Yeah, so this is Bulletin Tragedy. This is a Bulletin Nightmare. The reason I say that is because in Bulletin, you visit like 5 to 6 different locations. Minimum. And what that entails is... What entails after that is the very real possibility of running into 3 or 4 different encounters back to back to back. Which, on a Katak run, isn't nice, and on a Goizo run is less nice for your Doom directly, but... Hey, I think I could have gone for 3 attacks. I didn't want to, though. Thankfully, I wasn't punished for it, because in a Vampire encounter, they can drain 1 HP, or they can heal 1, or their HP can increase by 1 after an attack. I don't know if it has to be a successful attack, but it better be, because that would be really, really weird if not. Although, also, we're sitting on a bunch of key items here. These are not actually books that the bookstrap profits benefits from. But while we're here, we'll visit the police station really quickly, just making sure, but also village. And away we go. So it's likely we could run into another encounter here, but if not, that would be nice. Otherwise, ghostly spear things probably. Actually, no, because our max stamina is hitting an all-time low. And we can't afford to do that. Keep doing that anyway. Because we have every single stat check, which means we can possibly lose all of our stamina. We don't have any... Well, if I grab painkillers, possibly. I should probably grab the painkillers, actually. I can do attack strong, right? I might as well do that. That way I'm not just taking 2 stamina for less damage per turn. And in fact, this is a 2-turn. Never mind. I lied to myself. No, Jordan, what are you doing? I thought I saved the thing. Okay, well, this means we can do an Aika run after, but... Hey, this is the kind of gameplay you can expect from me. If I ever go... I don't think I've talked about it, but just for 10 seconds. If I ever get back to Fear and Hunger, I'll definitely be playing Fear and Hunger 1, but... That was a good run. There's no reason for me to die here. Jordan, no!